here's one of the things that the International Crowdfunding Association does, and we do it on all the platforms. We offer back office operations for your capital raising efforts to help you keep compliant. One of the things that the Sprowtt platform and the ICFA lends itself to is it allows you to, and this is about just keeping you compliant and out of trouble. And if you don't use ours and you're on somebody else's platform, make sure it does this. Make sure that you're, and we went as far as to actually file a patent on our software for all these things, because we want you to keep you in compliant on your executive summary, your business plan, your financial reports, and other relevant information. Here's what I just want you to think about. This is what I want you to think about crowdfunding. When you go ahead and you put your crowdfunding offering out there, folks, go to Kickstarter today. You go in there and it's a shopping mall of opportunities, right? It's a shopping mall of opportunities. One company, another company, this company, that company. You know what I think? You know what I'm most concerned about? Is I see it as nothing but a ground for foreign companies, foreign countries, foreign folks to come in, look at these world-class technologies and steal them. I'm a great professor here at USF. I just came up with something in the School of Chemistry. I've been over here to the patent office, and I'm going to get this thing funded using crowdfunding. I'm going to put it out. Next thing you know, the Chinese, I'm not saying nothing against the Chinese in particular, but it's been in the news recently, they're stealing some of our secrets. They come in, they look at it, they go, this is great. Doesn't have to be them, it could be somebody in Spain. Not nothing against Spain. Somebody just sees it, somebody's got bad intentions. And they take it and they're gone, and you have no idea. You have no idea that they just came in. So one of the things I said to the SEC is I said, you guys better look at what I got. And they did. And they said, look, Mark, this is really world class. It's protected. These people know who's coming and going. You're grabbing their IP address. It's a complete log. It's a complete data trap. You know, they stole it. Exactly. You're making them sign the Federal Trade Secrets Act. We've got enforcement powers. We can go after them. I said, exactly. And you see, this is the problem today that people go, well, why can't I crowdfund? Well, maybe you can't crowdfund really for your own good and you just don't realize it because there are conversations that are happening that are really at the highest levels of the government really designed to protect you and your ideas from getting ripped off. And I had one venture capitalist actually tell me, Mark, your idea of putting all this stuff behind a firewall and trying to protect all these people, I really don't like it. And I said, well, why not? As a venture capitalist, you know, maybe you're going to give this company a second round. Why wouldn't you like it? He said, well, quite frankly, I want to be able to go in, and if I'm looking at a deal that's in the biotech space, I want to go out and look at all those crowdfunding deals that may be in the biotech space so I can drive the valuation down on that company. And I said, well, that's nice. He goes, maybe there's another company that's so close to this company that I might be ready to invest in. So you know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you do a Reg B or a Reg A, or you do a crowdfunding deal, make sure that it's on a secure platform and you're protected and you know who's coming and going. Sprowtt, my company that I happen to build, has that. And we're about to get that a no action letter from the SEC. It's going to allow you to use our platform and have the security that you know who came, who took down your business plan, who took down your summary, who looked at your PowerPoint, and who viewed your company. So all of a sudden, one day, this company pops up and they're doing something very similar to you, or if they just stole your technology, at least you have a track record where you can go back and look at it.
What if it's the Chinese? What can you do about it?
Well, if it's the Chinese, there's believe it or not, the United States is starting to do some really interesting enforcement stuff that you're going to start hearing about more and more about. you know? And if it is, you know, but at least you know. And maybe you don't, maybe there's ways on our platform you can block the Chinese or people from coming in. Now, can they create fake identities? Sure. If they want it bad enough, sure. But can we take provisions to do it? Sure. But I don't want to put your stuff in a shopping mall. And here's the other thing. Here, I don't, you know, one other quick note. On a crowdfunding deal, you have to drive people. What people don't understand is, I'm for crowdfunding. I really am. I mean, this is the topic today. I think it's going to be really helpful to a lot of folks. But I want to make people aware of certain things. On a crowdfunding deal, people just don't come in. I just want you to think about this for a minute. Today, I woke up and I decided I want to spend $5,000. So I'm just going to go into the crowdfunding site, look for a company to invest in. Do you think that's really realistic? No. So, but guess what's going to happen? You have a deal that you want me to look at, and you're going to send me an email, and you're going to tell me to go look at the deal, right? And now I'm going to go. But guess what happens? I'm in the shopping mall now. You sent me to the shopping mall, and I'm looking all around. Well, I like your deal. I think, wow, that's a pretty good deal. But you know what? There's a whole lot. There's a much better deal over here. And now I'm in the mall. Now I'm shopping. But on the Sprowtt platform, I'm not here to punch the Sprowtt platform. I'm just giving you things to think about. There is no, we don't send you that person to the shopping mall. We keep them on a very, very narrow track. A very, very narrow track. We don't let them in the mall. We keep them only on your deal. And I'd be happy to talk to you a little bit more about that. The other way is again, of the qualified investors. If you're going to do a Reg D, we can block them. If they're not qualified, we won't let them in to see the offer. So there you get back to your Reg D general solicitation. Reg A, you're going to see it's all in real time. The ICFA does it. Direct investors, presentation online, web conferencing with investors, present message to all investors in compliance training. Here's the main thing I want you guys to think about. I really, really want everybody to think about this. Yesterday, some executives from WellCare, I don't know all the particulars, but you know, they're going to go to jail. You're found guilty downtown. It was in the news, it was all over. See, I think some people make bad mistakes. I think some people make errors. And I don't want to see anybody make an error from a compliance perspective and get into trouble. So whatever you do, keep yourself compliant. Be over compliant. Document everything. Make sure your corporate records are in order. If you're going to do a crowdfunding deal, here's one of the things that I know is not going to change. You can only accept, right, $1,000 per investor, okay, per year. They can do two deals right now. 2 deals. Guess what happens if you accidentally take that third $1,000 from somebody? That the guy invested in that deal, he invested in that deal, and now he's going to invest in your deal. He exceeded his $2,000 limit. You're the third $1,000. Guess what? He has full recension rights. Full 100% to get his $1,000 back. Really? Here's one of the things I was telling Wendy yesterday. I don't know if I got to this point, but the American Bar Association had their annual conference about small business capital formation. One of the things that came out of that conference was 27 pages of changes to the crowdfunding bill that they want to make. 27 pages. Why do they want to make that many changes? In order to make it statutory compliant with some of the other security offerings so they're not crashing into each other, right? That's a really, really big deal. A lot of clarifications needed, okay? At some point, you know, as an early stage company, you're gonna have to have an audited financial statement. Under the current crowdfunding, you go over $500,000, you're gonna need to go an audited financial statement. On a Regulation A, you don't have to get an audited financial statement until you want to go raise to $30 million. I'm saying, wait a minute, well, what's the cap on it I can do a crowdfunding offering for? Well, do a crowdfunding offering up to $2 million. Well, wait a minute, I've done an audited financial statement after $500,000, and I can only raise up to $2 million. I go get an audited financial statement, I can go do $30 million on a Reg A. So I start looking at these securities going, wait a minute, here's another problem. Yeah, you can have unlimited number of investors in your crowdfunding offering, but you know what that VC told me, the same VC that said, Mark, I'd like to be able to look at all these crowdfunding deals so I can benchmark my valuations lower against the company I might be investing in. He said to me, a crowdfunding company that goes and has maybe 1,000 investors in it, right? You took 1,000 from each guy. He goes, we're not going to do that. We're not going to touch it as a venture capitalist. That company is now off our radar. It could be a world-class cutting technology. And you know why that is? At least this particular VC, and I think most of them share this attitude, is because that many shareholders are a liability. How do you manage that many shareholders? I'm a venture capitalist. I've now got to get consensus of all of these shareholders so I'm not sued. Because I got to do what? A down round. Things didn't go so well for you. Now you're in talking to a venture capitalist, or maybe they went well, but a venture capitalist is not necessarily going to pay the same stock price that the investor did on a crowdfunding deal. What if he does a down round? The venture capitalist says, look, I got to consider it. These are some of the things I want you to think about today as you say, well, maybe crowdfunding isn't the right offering for me. Maybe, down the road, I got to do an exit strategy, and I got 3,000 investors. How am I going to get consensus? Because remember, they're only limited up to $1,000 per investor. They're very, very significant. Go ahead, sir.
Do you still have to get consensus if you have over 50%?
Well, here's the thing. Yes and no, right? But you've got to notify the shareholders, right? That's going to go on. And if you have a group of shareholders as a class that feel that they were taken advantage of, right? You're going to get a lawsuit. And the venture capitalists are afraid of that. Why? Because they have the deep pocket. So I have a friend of mine right now. He's from the Tampa Bay market. He won at the Consumer Electronics Show, Best Children's Game. It's a game that teaches kids to play piano. And he has several hundred shareholders from doing 506. VCs look at him and go, man, you're a liability. I'm going to deal with this. See, that's kind of where, when you look to Facebook, right? Facebook had, probably thousands of shareholders, but remember, they were reported. They all held private placement. They weren't public, but Facebook was reporting to the SEC. They kind of became a reporting company, but here's what their exit strategy was clear. They weren't going to another VC round. They were going right to the public market. So, you may be forced to look at a public offering. You do a you do a crowdfunding deal, and you got all these investors in it, and you're going, wow, I got to do another round, and you're going to be going, wow, my only alternative is to maybe do a public offering. You could go back and maybe do a Regulation A, but you start getting into integration issues, and I'll let Matt tell you a little bit about that. But the big thing is keep your compliance, keep a track of when you talk to these people, how you talk to them. There's systems out there like ours that will automate it and keep all that for you in a back office. That's what we do. The activities logged, make sure you log the activity, make sure you maintain the shareholder, the contact information. If you're going to do a crowdfunding offering, make sure that the investors, if they're online and they register with you, that you maintain those records. Don't discard it, back it up. Keep it. If they filled out a questionnaire, you've got to maintain that information in a crowdfunding offering, in a Reg D offering, in a Reg A offering. Keep all of that stuff very, very compliant. Keep a record of it. As an entrepreneur, I'm not talking to you from a lawyer perspective. I'm talking to you about a guy who ran businesses, because somebody's gonna come back at some point and say, listen, you know, I want my money back because on this day, at this time, and you're gonna have to rely on that questionnaire that he said he was an accredited investor and he understood the risk. That's what you have to make sure, whatever platform you're on, whatever method you choose, make sure you do that. Keep yourself out of trouble. We offered secure logins, proxy voting, all of those things can all be done online. They're all going that way. They have to, because of the changes in crowdfunding, Reg A, Reg D. All of these things are now going to be very much a digital world. Very much a digital world. And if you start participating in the online process that these new platforms, Reg D, Reg A, crowdfunding, offer online, make sure all this stuff digitally is backed up. And it's going to be a worldwide opportunity. Many foreign investors are going to be looking at this. You're going to have people coming in from different places. It's going to be, when you go online and start raising capital, it's no longer an 8-hour process. It's a 24/7. It's 24/7. The access for users to view investor activity, see what's going on, who's coming and going. The shareholders can modify the information as needed. You decide what potential investors, shareholders see. If you suddenly realize there's a major error in your business plan, make sure you can get up to those sites and get it off. If there's a change in management in your company, make sure you can get up to those sites and get it off. Do not be putting information up as this stuff starts to become more online and more active, that you're in a position that you're with a provider that you can get real-time access to all your data. If you're going to put it on the web, make sure you have access to it. You control the look and the feel of the platform. This is an example of what we're doing. It's Sprowtt. It'll soon be available. Very low-cost package. Come in, get, sign up for a package, sign up for a compliance package based on where you're at. If you're not legally compliant, just put up a summary and a business plan, but know where it's going. Know who's getting it. Make them sign for it. Make them sign the NDA lightly. And this is us, this is what I'm doing. Be happy to give you my card. Again, the funding portal, it's all there.